Alright, hello everybody, DrMixable here, and today I'm back with another video game checkup. Today I'll be doing Fallen Enchantress Legendary Heroes. This is a game that will be releasing on Steam on May 22nd, and it's like a strategy type game. Well, it's a strategy game, period. I mean, there are some other types of elements to it, but it's mainly strategy. It plays similarly to Civ 5, but it has its own kind of unique elements. As well as the combat, you have the ability, it's kind of like a Fire Emblem style combat, so I'll show you what that all means. But I'm going to go ahead and load up a new game, and actually, give me 1 second. I'm going to get a timer up here so that I can get an accurate statement on how long I spend on each subject, because I don't want to make the video too long, but I do want to make sure I cover everything. So we're going to get this timer started here, and starting a new game, you can pick out of 8 different heroes, yeah, so we're going to get started here. They all have different abilities and stuff. These are kind of like the leaders of your kingdom. So I'm going to start out, I'm going to be Oracle Cereza. She's a summoner, she's got some cool looking spells and stuff like that, so we're going to hit next. And you can load up a bunch of different maps. I'm gonna do small. I'm gonna do the Crucible, and all that. I'm just gonna leave it on balanced. I'm going to take the world difficulty to normal, just a normal level, and everything else will stay normal and balanced. So we're gonna go in here. Number of opponents 3. Intelligence. I'm gonna go with normal. Just keep everything normal, and you can customize your opponents as well as against who you want to face. But you know, I'm not too worried about that right now. Let's hop on in here and get started. So yeah, we're gonna create a world here. This takes a little bit of time, not too long. I've played the game for roughly 30 minutes or so, I believe, maybe 45, something like that. So far it's pretty enjoyable. I like the unique style in that it kind of mixes various elements of different strategy games, and it's quite fun actually. And it is a little more fast-paced than Civ. I haven't actually completed a full game yet because I've been messing around with the different game types, and I imagine that being a strategy game, these levels will take a while. But we'll go ahead and start in here. So we got some lore at the beginning, similar to the ways Civilization 5 does it. I keep making comparisons to the game, but I don't really want to do that too much because it's a different game. But yeah, we're gonna give it a start here. You're born long ago, blah 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 blah. Just gonna kind of skip through this because it takes quite a bit of time. So as you can see, there's different values of resources on the thing on the land, and so different ones give you different bonuses when you settle. So I'm gonna go ahead and settle here, right on this river area, near some forest as well. An empire is formed. You watch your flag, the flag of Rezoin, flutters in the wind high above the huts of Hagust. It is a beginning, this place, the new capital of the empire of Rezoin? Rezon? I don't really know. Anyway, real quickly, I'm going to turn down, is there master volume? Just going to turn down movie volume, music volume, a little bit. Just because it was kind of loud. So you can kind of click on the city like this, and well, if it'll let me, maybe not. No? Okay. Anyway, I guess not yet. And so right here I've got my army. This is Oracle Cereza's army. You can split up the group, so if I were to select the spearman, I can make him walk away separate from the army, but I do like to generally keep them together. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I didn't want to separate them, I wanted to put them all together. So the way this works is you can send the spearmen out on your own to kind of scout, but if you get into fight, only the spearmen fight. However, if the spearmen are with the army, then you have the spearmen and all of them fighting together. I believe militia, these are kind of weak. So let's see if I can. What is going on here? It seems to be going like I can't move anything. Turn. Idle cities, it could be doing something. Oh, I see what I need to do. I need to do something in this city. So I'm going to build something real quick here. Let's build a... let's just build a merchant real quick. So we'll have that start to get built, and it'll take 4 seasons. So yeah, we are now acquiring knowledge. We can use it to focus on relearning lost technologies. So I can relearn warfare, magic, all different kinds of things. So I'm going to learn civics, I think, so I can build some different buildings. And it'll take 15 seasons to learn civics. So as you can see, the merchant takes 3 turns to do. I can also train new units, so militia, pioneers, scouts, spearmen. I'm going to go ahead and build a quick scout here, so that he can start scouting afterwards. See, is that doing it? I don't know if it's quite doing it or not. Okay, there we go. So now I believe if I were to click on it, yep, see, it's got 6 on the scout and 3 on the merchant, I believe, because it'll start it afterwards. It's like a queue. That's what's lined up here. This is my capital city, by the way. The threat level is weak right now. You got different production levels, all that. I can even rename the city. So if I don't want it to be Hagust, it can be yeah, it can stay Hagust, because I can't think of anything. Anyway, we're gonna send the spearmen in to join the army. So now I got a pretty decent army size. And these little green things here are like little salvageable items. So you see that green chest there? That means there's something there. So I can go on here and I can find it. Quick, swift kick of the splinters. I find a blessed hammer. A grave marker with a handle. A deadly reminder the dead should remain so. I'm going to equip the hammer. You can press I and, no, sorry, not I. It's E. And you can open your inventory. So a thick wooden, this is what I was using before. It gives me 4 attack and -1 crit chance. This one gives me 15 attack and -5 initiative. So initiative is, or is that +5 initiative? I can't really tell. I think it's -5. Yeah. So it's how frequently a unit gets actions in combat. So there's like a list of turns and stuff. I'll show you that all in a minute. You can also level up your main leader, so Oracle Ceresa in this point. But the 15 attack I think is really good, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it on, because this doesn't really give me anything too special. But now we got Skeleton's army. The difficulty is medium, so I'm going to head in here with my whole crew and fight. So you can either auto-resolve battles, and that can either go good or bad for you. But if you battle, you can go, and this is the Fire Emblem style fighting that I'm about to show you real quick. So you see you got different units split up like this. This is also similar to Final Fantasy Tactics and that stuff. So right now it's my spearmen's turn, so they're highlighted right there. I can move them like this, and then if I can't do anything, I can hold, or I can press P, I believe. And, no, is it not P, or do I have to click on it? Yeah, I guess I have to click on it. I can't move anymore, as you can see. This is kind of red circled, and I can't attack from that far away. So, I get to just pass my turn. And now the skeleton's going to come near me. This is what I was talking about here. So the skeleton came near and tried to attack me. I think he did a little bit of damage, but it wasn't that bad. You can see the order of attacking, so or the order of who goes. So right now I go, Oracle Ceresa. Then next goes the skeleton, then militia, and it just goes in order like that. Sometimes it changes up depending on how fast their initiative is or whatever. And yeah, so now it's Oracle Ceresa's turn. I can move over here. Being the leader, oh, I can't move there actually. You can move the camera around, I believe, with the arrow keys, but maybe not in this case. I don't know why. Anyway, I'm going to move over here. And so she's got a bunch of different skills. All of them start with different skills. All the champions, leaders, things, I think it's generals, begin with different spells. So I can blind an enemy, I can curse, I can do damage, but most of them are nearby. Enemies take 3 points damage per turn for 10 turns, unless they attack. So now they're all forced to attack, which is not necessarily a good thing, but oh well. So the militia can get near, and since I'm nearby, I can actually attack. I can either do Wrath Touch and drain 3 hit points, or I can do a Crushing Blow, which has a cooldown of about 5 turns. But I lose my next action, so I'm just going to do a regular attack. You do a regular attack by just right-clicking, and then it's the end of my turn. These skeletons are getting nearby. Back to my spearmen. Spearmen are just going to auto-attack the skeletons. And as you can see, if multiple units are adjacent to one unit, they can actually both attack. So that was good. Also, you may see some frame rate issues. That's not the game. That's actually me. I'm rendering a video in the background, so it's taking a little bit of knock on my CPU. Anyway, I'm going to do Bolt of Night strikes the victim, doing damage and reducing their spell resistance. So I'm going to do it to these guys right here. Shadow Bolt, they lost the resistance. Again, this volume is kind of loud, but I can't press escape in battle. I can either autoplay and have the rest resolved, but I can't pause, which is kind of annoying because it's kind of loud, but no worries. Maybe something that might be fixed upon full release. This is a early release copy, so there are bound to be issues. Let's see if we get the spearmen over here. They can attack while they're adjacent, and they all attack, because you saw everybody attack them. I don't know if it necessarily does more damage, but it does give it a neat effect when you see everybody attacking. Bam! 16 damage. Yeah, it doesn't do more damage. It's still based on whoever is physically attacking, but it does give a cool effect. As you can see, Oracle Cereza leveled up, so you'll see what happens after this. You can click on details here, and it gives you more info on what happened exactly. But when we finished, I get to level 2, and I can pick a path. So I can either become an assassin, a mage who's focused on spells, more focused on weapons, all that different stuff. So I'm going to go become a mage, just because I like mages. And yeah, now I can head into this desolate cemetery. I found a sarcophagus, which gives me fame, and I found a hate stone. Not healthy, but it causes the soldier to go into fury during battle, so I can equip it to somebody and then go into fury. However, it could damage their health and stuff, so I'm not gonna do that at the moment. Alright, so my merchant's one turn away. I'm just gonna kind of head over in this direction now. So there we go. The merchant's done. So I can put something else in queue or train more units. Right now I'm not gonna worry about it though. And I'm going to head over this direction so I can access this little citadel type thing. I don't know what it is. It's a lost library. So the way you move your camera, by the way, is with the arrow keys. I mean, you can do it with the mouse as well, but since I have dual monitors, when I swing the mouse all the way to the left, my mouse goes off onto my other monitor, so I have to use the arrow keys. But anyway, we're going to enter this ancient library, or lost library. Find ancient text that gives me 15 research, so that's good. I found a new technology. It sped up the civics, which is good. Now I can open up my research and pick a different path. I can go to administration, or I can go to trading. I'm going to go ahead and learn more knowledge. Knowledge? I don't even know what I was trying to say there. Because I think it might be a good path for me. Seeing as I'm a mage, it'll allow me to research new things, and it generally correlates with stuff like that. So these are little mites army. So these seem to be tiny guys. I'm about 11 minutes here of just showcasing this, so I'm going to showcase real quick. I showed you how battle works. Now I'm going to show you an auto-resolve. Auto-resolve basically just lets the battle play out, and whatever happens, happens. So as you can see, my force is completely demolished. Only the spearman lost 1 heart, so that was good. I leveled up my militia and my spearmen, and I got 4 Gildar. So that was a good battle. And as you can see, that allows the game to be sped up. So, you know, it makes it so the game doesn't have to take a long time if you don't want it to. Obviously, maybe if you're finding these guys are pretty low threat for me, they're really weak. So I easily destroyed them, so auto-resolve might have been a smart choice, but sometimes if it's a harder fight and you want to use strategy to beat the more difficult enemies, you can go into the in-depth mode and it'll allow you to do so. Anyway, we got our scouts here, and what I'm going to do is I can upgrade their equipment for a certain amount of gold, and I have about 55 gold up there, so I'm going to upgrade their weapons just to show you the upgrade that you can. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have them auto-explore because they're scouts, they have the ability to move around a lot. I'm just going to go here and fight the Mites Mob army. They're also weak, so I'm going to auto-resolve that. So whenever it auto-resolves, your commander goes up to the front if he or she is in the party. And again, lost 8 damage on the spearmen, but leveled up Oracle Cereza and pretty much wiped out the army. So all good there. And now I can choose a trait. So I'm a general or a mage trait. I'm going to pick a mage trait, and I'm going to pick Prodigy, so I can have higher spell mastery, and it'll allow me to access different let's see if I can bring up the traits. Here we go. It'll allow me to access new spells and stuff at the next level, which you guys won't be able to see because I'm going to move on to the scenarios now in a second. But as you can see, I finished up completing their training and stuff, so I can build, and since I finished the civics, I can build something new like a bell tower, so it keeps the city you know, in check, and there's different things that can happen. So, you know, this game's pretty in-depth. I do enjoy it. It's pretty fun. There's a lot of in-depthness, and I really enjoy Civ 5 and Fire Emblem, so the fact that this kind of mixes the two elements is actually, it's really nice. It adds a lot to the game, and it makes me want to play it a lot. So we got a good game coming from them. Right now that was just the scenario mode, or not scenario mode, it's like a new game mode, which is kind of like a single player mode. But anyway, we're going to hit save game here. And I'm going to, that says Magna recording file because I started out there, but I decided to switch it up because I was doing kind of poorly. But Cereza file, there we go. Save that up, and once it's saved, we'll go back to the main menu, and we're gonna go into a scenario. You sure you want to abandon? Yes. So you can pick a new scenario. There's a bunch of different scenarios. Well, I don't know if there are or not. I thought it was going to allow me to choose different ones. But we're going to go into war for Anthos there. So each scenario has a different like story behind it and different starting conditions. So we're going to head into the War of Anthos, which I actually haven't tried out. So this will be a new experience for me and you. Probably should have tried it out beforehand, but I've been very busy lately. But I did want to finish up this first impressions. So we're going into that. As I said, kind of slow on the loading because of the CPU processes going on in the background, but bear with me. It's not too much of an issue, I hope, guys. So yeah, let's see. Okay, you can load up now. Hello. I hear some noises going on. Here we go. War for Anthos. The voyage did not go easily. For 4 long days, the storms raged around you, and in the sudden flashes of lightning, you could see as the silhouetted forms of blackbirds in the sky, seemingly unaffected by the wind and the rain. On the second night, a winged creature attacked, grabbed crewmen, and threw them into the sea. It was an elemental of sort, but dark and twisted. You recognized the familiar touch of Sorasa's power. The sea finally cast you against the rocks, and you dragged the few men that survived out of the wreckage. From here, you will need to establish a base and warn Queen Prisopine of the threat in the east. Alright, so we're going to start out, and this is Lord Relius's army. I'm going to head somewhere where I can... first, I'm going to salvage the shipwreck. See if I get anything out of there. Telescope allows me to see great distances. I'm going to equip it, because it increases my line of sight, which is nice. I'm also going to learn about shard harvesting. Or at least harvest it myself, apparently. There we go. So, there's an old scrying pool here. The place where shamans and Amarian diviners gathered to glimpse the future. They hoped by seeing the future they could change it and prepare for it. With all the Anthos at war, there has never been a time where the future was less certain, and you wonder what the pool's murky depths may show. Strategy. Fire spells have a deadly attack range. Use the rush ability to sacrifice your attack, then take an additional action to cross the battlefield quickly. So I believe... Did that add people to my party? Is that what it did? Not quite sure. Oh, fire shell. Okay, I'm about to attack them. If I can. Oh no, okay, so yeah, they're on my team now. I'm gonna go ahead and throw them in my army if I can. Apparently I cannot. Why can't I attack them? There we go. No? Here we go. It's loading. It's doing something. I don't know if it's gonna let me attack. Here we go. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and fight the fire shrills. And just to kind of do so. Alright. So we've got, wow, oh my god, that hurt. So the spearmen get to go, and they're going to move up here. Then I have to pass turn. This is Lord Relius, and he can have, he's got good thing. Increased dodge, target unit has increased initiative, and rush takes another action. So I'm going to take an extra action, and move over here. And then haste. Target unit is an extra initiative. So I'm going to speed up myself. So that I can get over to this freaking fire show quickly. But anyway, it's the militia's turn, so I'm going to pass. Embers. So these militia might actually die here because they're taking a hefty bit of damage. Spearmen need to walk around this way apparently, which is kind of unfortunate. And I need to pass turn. Keep forgetting to pass turn. Run these guys over in this direction. Hopefully they won't get killed. Skills Crushing Blow and Rush. I'm going to do Rush. And I'm actually going to back them up. Hopefully they won't get hit. And now I'm going to rush him up forwards, or run him up forwards per se, and pass turn. So man, he is just, oh, I've resisted. I was about to say, this guy is like hardcore focusing me. Wants those militia to die. But I'm going to take an extra turn because I'm right here. Walk up, and I'm going to do Impale to do a ton of damage. Or not a ton of damage, not that much actually. And then I should be able to take out the Shrill with this guy. Because I will, let's see, I'm just going to attack. Should do the most damage. Oh, he dodged. That's surprising, actually. Did I resist? I don't know. I think the militia actually died, so that kind of sucks. But I'm just going to swing here with Lord Relius, and the Shrill is dead. So that was good. Unfortunately, I lost the militiamen completely, but, you know, stuff happens. Anyway, I can go on to here now, I believe. Let's see which step is it? Partial layer, yep. I found 1 fame and a padded vest, which I'm going to equip because it will give me a little bit of extra defense. Not that much, but a little bit. Now I'm going to walk over to the frog altar and see what's inside. I think this is like these are like mini quests. Not I think, I know, these are like mini quests. So when you go on them, You can choose to investigate myths or various different things. So I'm going to choose to investigate. So I need to bring an offering to the frog altar when I get one. Now I'm going to go over to the inn real quick and see what is going on in there. So just wait for my turn to come back. There we go. I'm going to enter the inn. As axemen, I need soldiers. As archers will kill enemies from the distance. As defenders, we will need soldiers who can survive the battle. I'm going to need archers. So, yeah. If this will let me do anything. There we go. Quest complete. And I got some archers. So that's nice. The militia are weak. Oh, they're not actually dead. That's actually really surprising to me. But yeah, so scenarios, as you can see, I can't... Oh, I thought she said I'll prepare my anus. I was like, oh, okay. But no, Relius is glad to see my return, and she will prepare her armies. So got that part of the scenario done. I'm going to head in here. And walking through the debris, you find an item. Okay, this dark candle is probably something I can sacrifice at the altar. Let's see if this is true. I'm just going to do this to kind of confirm for you guys real quick. We were at about 20 minutes, maybe a little bit later, maybe like 21 minutes or something in terms of recording time right now, but that's okay. I do want you guys to get a feel of what this game is like because I want you to make a good decision on whether this game might be your cup of tea. I don't have an appropriate offering. Oh, okay. Alright, so now I need to head back in this direction. That kind of sucks. No, I want to, there we go. Alright, so I need to walk this direction, loading, waiting for other people to go, I assume. I keep saying I assume, but I know what's going on. I don't know, I just feel like, I don't know, whatever. Okay, so this is something I could fight, but I'm going to skip the troll army because as you can see it's strong, so it might not go well for me. But I need to cross this river here because I need to get to this little area here so I can actually settle a city. And I'm going to go right there if I can. See the roads? With roads you can move quicker, and that's what allowed me to get all the way over here. And I'm actually going to take a step right here. Is this the one with... Can't tell exactly. I think this is. And I'm going to settle here because it gives me 2 research. Ooh, what is that? Who is this guy? Syndicate's Empire. Anyway, we're going to settle up here. And good, you have a settlement. So now I can train soldiers, which is good for Queen Proserpine. And yeah, so as you can see, you kind of go through and you can see the different quests. Right now I've got the Frog Altar and Cities, which is asleep right now. So right now my goal is to send troops to the west. So I would need to make troops and then send them to the west, which is I believe where am I going? West. It's this direction. So I think where exactly does it want me to go? I'm not quite sure. Okay, anyway, that's basically what scenarios are. They're basically like set in stone. They start you with a couple things and then they have exact like kind of quests and markers that they want you to do. So that's enough of that. Let's see if I can save the scenario. I can. So this is scenario 1 forward, because that's what it was doing right now. I may restart outside of the video. Not quite sure. Depends on how it goes. So I'm going to retire. And yes, I'm going to retire for this current game. And, oh. Done. But yeah, so that is how Fallen Enchantress is like. I hope you guys have enjoyed this first impressions. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment questions, and I will try to answer them for you. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one.